From religion to wrestling, gumbo to grits, politics to poetry, and all things Southern in between, this is Take on the South. Produced by the Institute for Southern Studies and hosted by the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of South Carolina, Take on the South examines the highs and lows of the American South, examines the truths and fictions of the country's most distinctive region, and picks the brains of some of its most accomplished students. To understand the South, you need to take it on, and that's what we'll be doing. Join us as we take on the South. It's coming to the end of summer in the South. You wouldn't believe it, it's hot, but the end of the summer means, among other things, the start of football season. And by football, I do not mean soccer, I mean American football. Here at the Institute for Southern Studies, we are naturally in Gamecock country. How will they do this year? What will the Gamecocks get up to under the leadership of Coach Beamer? What games are key? Which ones must we win? These are pressing questions, and today we have a special guest whose expertise will help answer those questions. He will give us a prediction for the entire season. Our guest today is Connor Smith. Connor, welcome to Take on the South.
Hello.
Could you tell our audience who you are, how old you are, and where you go to school before we get going?
I'm Connor Smith. I'm the son of Mark Smith.
Lucky boy, yes.
And I go to school at Heathwood.
Okay, all right. And you are something of a football fanatic, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you research the stats a lot, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you use to research?
24/7 Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And 0-3.
0-3. Okay, so these are your big sports portals that you read quite religiously. You know a lot about this. You always impress me with your knowledge. And so I thought it'd be good to have you on the program as a diehard Gamecock fan to give us your sense of how the Gamecocks are going to do this season. So how many games are we talking about? Was it 11? 12? 12. Okay, thank you. So you know much more about this than I do. Right, so we've got 12 games coming up, right? And I want us to go through which games you think we're going to win, which games you think we're going to lose, and then at the end, I'm going to pick your brains about the state of college football generally and where the Gamecocks are. Okay, Connor, what's our first game? What's the Gamecocks' first big challenge this season?
Old Dominion, but...
Old Dominion, when is that?
It is August 31st.
Okay, and is that a home game or an away game for us?
It is a home game. It's coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will be... I think this game will tell a lot about the Gamecocks. If we blow them out, we barely beat them, or we lose.
Mm-hmm.
But this will kind of widen my eyes.
Okay.
See how the Gamecock season will go.
So pretty much the first game can tell you a lot about the rest of the season, right? Okay. What do you have us down as, winning or losing?
Winning.
Winning. So we have a win against ODU, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, my friend. Next game, a bit more difficult than ODU, right? September the 7th. Who are we playing?
Kentucky and away too. That's just pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they have talented players. We got talented players, so I think it's going to be a good game, but they have home advantage. And that transfer QB they got.
Who's that?
Georgia.
Do you remember his name?
Can't pronounce his name.
Okay. But he's a transfer QB from Georgia, so he went into the portal and ended up in Kentucky.
Yes, he's pretty good.
Okay.
And I think Kentucky's going to win this one.
Oh, close game, but a Kentucky win, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're 1-for-1 right now. After Kentucky, we have LSU, big game, September the 14th. Are we home or away for that?
We're home.
Oh, and what do you have us?
I have us winning.
You do?
Yes.
Why? Tell me why, because isn't LSU a really good team?
Well, Jane Daniels left. Their best wide receivers left.
These guys left for the NFL?
Yes.
Okay.
And, I mean, they're going to have, like, a really non-experienced QB, but same with Lenore Sellers. But Lenore Sellers got some play time. And I think LSU, I mean, they're good, but I think they're really talented. It's just they got to work together as a team. And we have an experienced defense that's been working together for like 3 to 2 years or 4. And I think we're just gonna win this one. I think it's gonna be our blowout game.
You do at Williams-Brice.
Mm-hmm.
That could be huge, couldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so you have us down for a win for that, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's next? Who's up next?
Next is
Oh, Akron. Is that right?
Akron. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we home or away?
We are home.
Okay, so they're coming here. Strong team, Akron. Know much about them?
I don't really know much about them, but I think we should pull this one off.
Yeah.
Just basing off what I've,
I think
seen
so.
and heard.
I think so. Not that I know much about this, but we are Carolina.
Yeah.
They're Akron. Okay. October the 5th, we play
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, and do we play them here or there?
Them here.
Oh dear. What are your thoughts about that game?
I think it's gonna be our most competitive game. It's gonna I feel like the stadium's gonna be filled up with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be definitely our most competitive game.
Almost.
Just because all the history they've made off the off season.
Okay, what is that history between Ole Miss and the Gamecocks?
Lane Kiffin and Juice Walls just should have been like Kiffin saying, "We have your wide receiver," and Juice Walls was just not really kind about leaving,
Okay, so hang on a minute. Back up for people who don't know. Juice Wells was on the Gamecocks last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what did he do?
He said he was injured.
Okay.
He was for half the season. But
Okay.
then he just wasn't able. He was, but he faked it for the rest of the season.
Well, we don't know that.
I don't know that.
Okay,
That's what I
right.
feel
All
like.
right. So
I think he could have played.
okay, all right. Well, fair enough. But then what does he do? He goes where?
He goes to Ole Miss.
Okay, so he goes to Ole Miss from Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does he? He's a bit cheeky about the Gamecocks, is he?
Yeah, he said South Carolina folks are crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did he go? Why did he say he went?
NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I think. He wanted to be with a winning team, good team.
That's what he said, right?
So that's basically calling South Carolina bad.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to be with an experienced SEC QB.
Okay.
I mean, I get that, but...
All right. So a bit of bad blood. Would you call this a grudge match?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think some of the players who stayed on the Gamecock team think about Juice Wells?
Well, for example, Nickman Ward.
Uh-huh.
I like where his attitude is at. I don't think the defense is really happy with them. I think we're going to take our hardest hits at him, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think it's a bit of a grudge match because of Juice Wells leaving?
Mm-hmm.
And you have us down as a win, is that right?
I think it's a 50-50.
Oof.
I mean, it's not just Juice Wells. Their team is so experienced. I mean, Jackson Dart's QB. He's one of the best QBs in, if not the best. And I think, the other wide receivers, Trey Harris, he's a really talented wide receiver.
Mm.
It's not just Juice Wells. I mean, they're all really talented. Their whole team is really...
I mean, Juice says, well, say whatever you will about him, he's really good, right?
Yeah, but he just went to a really good team.
Yeah, gotcha. So if we were to win, this would be a big feather in our cap, right?
Oh, yeah.
And also a kind of revenge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I hope we do win.
I hope we do win too. But for the record, you have us down as winning or losing.
It's 50-50, but
Well, hang on.
if I was being
Yeah, all right.
real about it, I think Ole Miss is going to win.
Okay, realistically. Okay, that's fair. All right. Then we go to Alabama. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to us at Alabama?
People might say Nick Saban left, their team's not going to be good, but you can't mess up on how talented those players are. You could put one of the worst coaches in college football, they would still have a winning record.
Because they're just that deep.
Yeah, they're just that good of players.
So Nick Saban's legacy is that he left a really good team.
Yeah, and the coach that took over, he's not a bad coach. I mean, he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to win this one.
Okay, so I wouldn't want to go to Alabama and try to beat them. Then we have a kind of new opponent on October the 19th. We go to Oklahoma. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Have we played Oklahoma recently?
I don't think think so.
I don't think so either, because they're new to the SEC, right? Or at least our division, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, what happens when the Gamecocks go to Oklahoma?
I think Oklahoma's going to win this one. I just have a feeling about it. I mean, their stadium is pretty rowdy.
Mm-hmm. Fans are pretty vocal. Yeah, intense. Yeah.
Besides that, it's just they're also talented once again.
Mm-hmm. Well, so if you think of momentum here, if you're right, that means we lose against Ole Miss, then Alabama, then Oklahoma. We need a win. What's our next game? November the 2nd?
October was really hard.
Yeah, October's a bad month, right? Well, at least according to your prediction, right?
Texas A&M, I think we're gonna win this one.
Okay.
We gotta break the streak, you know.
Okay, so that's our homecoming as well, isn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're here. Okay, so this is good.
Well, there really wasn't a streak. It's just like they're a good team, but I think we could pull this one off.
Okay. Then November the 9th, we are at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think we're gonna win. The stadium's not really much. I mean, last season we blew them out really bad.
We beat them last season? Okay. Quite handily. Yeah.
I think it was like 40 or 51. I don't think it was 51, but it was high 40s or low 50s to 7.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an emphatic win, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you think that's going to be replicated this year?
I think we're just going to win.
Okay. So November the 16th, we play Missouri. What do you think about that?
I think we're going to lose.
Okay, but why?
Once again, great wide receivers, great quarterback, great offensive line. It's just hard to compete with that.
Okay, I gotcha. Then the penultimate game against Wofford here. Salute the troops, November the 23rd, right? We should win.
Yeah, but Wofford has, like, that dog in them. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we'll win this one. But
They've got nothing.
I think they'll put on a good show.
Okay, they've got nothing to lose, basically, right? Okay, that's off and the way. And then, of course, the ancient rivalry. Our last game, November the 30th, Clemson. Who's playing where?
We're playing Clemson there.
Oh, my goodness.
Really hard stadium to beat. Especially at night.
Yeah. Is it a night game?
It is.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Okay. Well, let's hope it's a day game then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna win.
You think we're going to win? That would be an upset, wouldn't it, if we went to Clemson and beat them? Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right. So what's your tally? How many wins do we have? How many losses?
7-5.
7-5. All right. Well, we're going to.
The reason I think we're gonna beat Clemson is, I mean, they have not a really good quarterback. I feel like.
Okay.
Cade Klubnik, he's okay, but they have really good wide receivers, T.J. Moore and Brian Westcott, but they're all freshmen. So. Oh, and Tyler Brown, he's good. Their wide receivers are excellent, but Cade Klubnik is it's easy to read him, you know.
Okay. All right.
It's basing off what I saw their spring game.
Okay, so we might have you back on the program at the end of the season to compare what happened, and you can tell us what you got right and what you got wrong, right? Okay, I'm going to let you go in a minute, but I want to know your thoughts on the portal. Good or bad for college football?
It depends. I mean, I feel like NIL is, it's not NIL, but the portal, I mean, it can be good, it can be bad. I mean, it's really helped South Carolina get really good players like Jared Brown, really good wide receiver, and Demetrius Knight, good linebacker, and Raheem Sanders, excellent running back, one of the best in the SEC.
Yeah. And
I think it's good like that, but NIL can get involved with it too. I mean, the richer schools like Texas, Oregon, they'll just say, we have $1 million, come over here.
Yeah.
I mean, it really tests your loyalty, and it shows in part of the reason Juice WRLD's left because Ole Miss had a big bag.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, I
get they got to make money, but, I mean, part of it's loyalty too.
Fair point. All right, Connor, thank you so much for being on Take on the South. Thank you for your predictions. I hope you're right. Actually, I hope I'm right because my predictions were more generous. I think that we win 9 games, but I'm naive on these matters. Thanks for being on Take on the South, Connor, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
That was our Take on the South. Let us know yours. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at U of SC South. Take on the South is produced by Matt Simmons of the Institute for Southern Studies. Special thanks to Professor Dave Garner of the University of South Carolina School of Music for composing our music. Tune in next time for another Take on the South.